Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I review fragrances. My name is Giselle. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your loyal support. Guys, today I have what I consider the most beautiful sandalwood fragrances. So if you're interested in learning more about these fragrances, stay tuned. Welcome back and let's get started. So if you've been following me for a while, you know I'm a sandalwood lover. I absolutely love sandalwood in fragrances. And as I said, today I'm going to talk about the fragrances that I consider the most beautiful out there, okay? So I already talked about sandalwood on a higher level on my previous video about how to safely blind buy fragrances. Well, it was not the latest one, but the previous one. I'm going to link it here. So there are basically different types of sandalwood. The sandalwood of the highest quality is the Mysore sandalwood from India. But due to excessive harvesting, nowadays it's highly regulated. So the industry started using Australian sandalwood instead, which is slightly different. It's less sweet, it's less creamy, but there are some creaminess there as well. But it's less sweet and less creamy than the Mysore sandalwood. The industry also uses synthetic sandalwood, not just because it's more cost effective, but because it helps to stabilize the formula. Because remember that sandalwood is of natural origin, and as everything that comes from a natural source won't be the same every time you harvest that, right? So in order for the fragrance to always smell the same, it's also necessary to add a synthetic component, and this is the way that the fragrance can be stabilized and always smell the same. Otherwise the batches will definitely smell different, because it depends if that year rain enough, it depends on the soil, it depends on the humidity. There are so many different parameters that determine how a natural ingredient may smell that the industry cannot take that risk. So that's why, aside from the cost, as I said before, the industry also uses synthetic sandalwood. So guys, I'll start my list with one of my favorite sandalwoods in the market, which is Santal Complete by Fragrance du Bois. To me, this fragrance is an olfactory experience. In summer, it can be very tropical, although it doesn't have that typical coconut scent. You smell the coconut, but again, it's not that typical coconut scent, not that beachy scent, but smells tropical. It can get very tropical during the summer. However, I've worn this during the winter and it's stunning, and I cannot tell you how many compliments I got when wearing this during the winter. I adore this house. This is not sponsored, but I think it's a house that truly deserves love. I think their fragrances are pretty unique and they use very high quality ingredients. Actually, it is a sustainable brand. They source the wood from their own plantations. They don't. Santal Complete is, to me, this is one of the most, if not the most beautiful sandalwood fragrance out there. This is my personal opinion, take that always into account. So to me, this is glorious, it's wonderful, gorgeous, such a beautiful scent. It's very creamy, powdery, musky. I think it's a unisex fragrance. Yeah, it is definitely unisex, but it leans more on the feminine side. It has lemon, and the opening is slightly lemony. It has violet, it has coconut. The coconut here, mind you, is not the juicy coconut that it's used in bakery. The coconut here, it's more like the coconut flakes type. And it gives this fragrance a lot of vacation vibes without being beachy, okay? It's tropical. It's a tropical scent. I think you can pull this off all year round, as I do, because it's too beautiful to wait until summer, right? But still, I think it's a fragrance that is especially beautiful in the summer months. It gives you that vacation vibes that we all crave. It's stunning. It also has vanilla, violet, it has amber, of course it has sandalwood. I think this is the most beautiful vanilla coconut sandalwood you can find in the market, or one of the most beautiful. It's so stunning. It smells very expensive. It smells very luxurious, super classy, super elegant. So the only thing I would change from this fragrance is the lasting power. I would love for this fragrance to last longer because it is absolutely stunning. But you know, when the fragrance is this beautiful, I always make it up with overspraying or carrying a decant with me or layering with another fragrance or body lotion, whatever. But I can't get enough of this fragrance. It's absolutely stunning. It's not a super sweet fragrance. Don't be fooled by the coconut here. Again, this is not the juicy coconut. You will get vacation vibes here, but not beachy vibes. It's a very special fragrance, but it's definitely tropical. I think this is signature scent worthy. I think you can pull this off all year round. As I said, I wore this during the winter, and I can't tell you how many compliments I got wearing this during the winter. However, I think that summer is the perfect season to wear this. Absolutely stunning. Santal Complete by Fragrance du Bois. So the second one, guys, is Santal Basmati by AFFINISSENCE. This fragrance is glorious. It's very similar to Santal Complete. Actually, this is the only sandalwood fragrance that I found that you can compare it with Santal Complete. It's sweeter than Santal Complete, but it's less tropical at the same time. It's gorgeous. It really is gorgeous. Sandalwood and basmati rice are the most prominent notes. Santal Complete doesn't have basmati rice in the composition, but I get basmati rice vibes. This one has it. And it's super classy. It's signature scent worthy. It's a stunning fragrance. It also has cashmere, it has iris. This is a skin scent. It's very cozy, probably because of the cashmere. The sandalwood gives this fragrance a lot of creaminess. You can smell the quality without even spraying it. You can smell it here. The sandalwood here is in fact the Mysore sandalwood, so it is a very high quality fragrance. It's absolutely gorgeous. Projection is about an arm length. It's not too much. Sillage is average, I would say, but when people come close to you, they definitely smell it, and I get tons of compliments. I love it. This is very woody. It's also very creamy, sweet. As I said, it's sweeter than Santal Complete, but it's not cloyingly sweet or anything like that. It's super well blended, no scratchy notes here. Super creamy, very creamy. I love it. The basmati rice note is super prominent as well. Guys, I can't recommend this fragrance enough. I think this is, as I said at the beginning, this is signature scent worthy. This is a fragrance you can pull off all year round. It's less tropical probably because it doesn't have coconut, although it's sweeter than Santal Complete. And I compare it to Santal Complete because honestly, it's the closest one you can find in the market. And it's a beautiful scent. Super elegant. Santal Basmati by AFFINISSENCE. The next one, guys, is Paul Santal by Miller Harris. Miller Harris is a house based in London. This is a very powdery, musky, very woody, creamy type of scent. It's very woody, super feminine. It's beautiful. Paul Santal is very beautiful. This is also a skin scent. This doesn't project massively. Sillage it has a nice sillage, but projection is maybe also like an arm length. It has saffron, it has pink pepper, it has papyrus. Papyrus, although it's a woody note, it can give fragrances that leathery accord, which is this case. This fragrance doesn't have leather in the composition. However, when you smell this, you can pick some leather notes. So if you don't like leather, you might not like this one. However, that leather nuance, you get it only in the first maybe 20 minutes. After that, the fragrance will transition into a musky, powdery, and very creamy and woody scent. It also has vanilla, it has amber, it has moss, it has cashmere, and so you can expect a very cozy, balmy, creamy type of scent. It's very cozy. This is also signature scent worthy. It's office safe. I think this is a very simple sandalwood fragrance, super feminine. I don't think this is unisex, but of course you can wear whatever you want, but I definitely think this leans on the feminine side, 100%. It's pretty long lasting. I get between 5 and 6 hours, and the sillage is very beautiful. I think sillage is way better than projection because it doesn't really project that well, but sillage is beautiful. You will leave a very nice trail, very soft, very delicate, very feminine type of trail. Beautiful scent, Paul Santal by Miller Harris. So the next one, guys, is Sara by none other than Guerlain, one of my favorite houses. We can't talk about sandalwood without bringing Sara into the game, right? Sara is and has always been the queen of the sandalwood. Actually, when they launched this fragrance, Sara I think is the fragrance with the most reformulations in the market, or one of the most. It's been reformulated I don't know how many times. Still, this is absolutely gorgeous, but it has nothing to do with the original Samsara. Actually, I just got a vintage eau de toilette version, which I can't wait to get it. And it was the batch from 1991, which is the year when the original eau de toilette has been launched. And Samsara was always a reference when it comes to the highest quality sandalwood. Actually, I don't know if you know the story, but the House of Guerlain went through 2 major failures. So they needed to regain success and trust from the public and everything. So they really needed to create something super out of this world, something super bougie that people would, will rave about it. And that's how they created Samsara. Actually, Jean-Paul Guerlain created Samsara for a lady he fell in love with. She wore the fragrance 3 or 4 years before it was launched to the general public. And rumor has it that she didn't like any fragrance out there. She couldn't like anything, but he knew she loved sandalwood and jasmine, so he created Samsara for her. And boy, did he achieve a dream. I'm sure he did, because Samsara is a sandalwood lover dream. It's absolutely gorgeous. Actually, the original Samsara, the eau de parfum, had a 30% sandalwood oil concentration. Just so you know, the standard in the industry is between 2 and 3, sometimes 5%. Samsara, the eau de parfum, had 30%. And it was Mysore sandalwood, the highest quality. Jean-Paul Guerlain went himself to India. He sourced the best materials available. And they also use synthetic sandalwood to stabilize the fragrance, as I said, because since it came from a natural origin, the batches will be all different, right? So they also use synthetic sandalwood, but the star of the fragrance, of course, was this Mysore sandalwood. So here I am. I don't want to bore you with the story, but Samsara is a dream. I love it. I can't wait to get my vintage eau de toilette. It's stunning. So Samsara has ylang ylang. It's very strong in ylang ylang, very woody, this is a super opulent fragrance. It also has peach. Beautiful. It has iris, it has lemon, it has vanilla, tonka, sandalwood, of course, orris, violet. This fragrance has a little bit of everything, but it's been done to perfection. Even this version, guys, please, I love it. Like, I put a nice dent here, and I have so many fragrances to pick from, and still I put a good dent here, as you can see. So it is a beautiful fragrance. If you haven't tried Samsara and you love sandalwood, you're missing something. You're leaving something on the table. Please give it a try. It's really affordable. And I think this is another toilette. No, it's another parfum. This is another parfum. It has a very nice lasting power. It lasts maybe 6-8 hours on my skin. Sillage is a monster. And of course, it's not the original one, but still, it has a monster sillage, amazing projection, and you will get noticed for sure. This is a massive compliment getter. This is an attention grabber, as I was saying. If you want to be noticed, you have to wear this. This is for a super confident person. It's very opulent, very sexy, very sensual. It's very mysterious, super. This is a very, very mysterious fragrance. To me, this is 100% a nighttime fragrance. I think this is a fragrance I will never layer with anything. I will do a disservice to the fragrance by layering with anything, because it really is so stunning, so opulent, smells very luxurious, and yeah, if you like to get compliments, this will do the job. Samsara by Guerlain. Guys, the next one on my list is Santal Carman by Atelier Cologne. So this is a fragrance that's been launched in 2014. There's nothing new here. What probably is new is the hype, but not the fragrance. It's stunning, absolutely gorgeous. It's very creamy, it's very sweet, but it's not cloyingly sweet. It's warm. It has saffron, it has vanilla, it has lime, it has bergamot. I think the citruses here play a nice role because they give the fragrance a lot of freshness, although this is a very woody and warm scent. It's sweet, it's very creamy, but it's not cloying. It's not super woody, it's not super spicy, it's not very warm. I think this is a fragrance that's been blended to perfection. It has a little bit of everything, but you can really pick one note overpowering another note. It's musky. It also has guaiac wood. Guaiac wood is renowned for giving fragrances smoky, leathery type of scent. In this case, it's not leathery, it's more smoky. Now, this is not a smoky scent. It's not like a tobacco scent or the typical masculine smoky scents. This is a unisex fragrance, 100%. It leans a little bit more on the feminine side, but it is a unisex fragrance. However, you can pick some smokiness, but very, very subtle. The smokiness is kind of lingering in the background. It won't be just like a punch in your face. I'm not a fan of smoky notes, however, I love it here. This fragrance also has papyrus, I think plays a very important role. Otherwise, the fragrance would be maybe too sweet, too scratchy maybe. But with the papyrus, which is a woody note, a dry, it tones down the sweetness, as I was saying. It's absolutely beautiful. It's very, very creamy. Love it. This fragrance is stunning, guys. It smells super expensive. As I said, it's 100% unisex, although it leans more feminine, probably because of my skin chemistry, but it is absolutely, absolutely stunning. Give it a try. If you're looking for a different sandalwood, because this is not your typical sandalwood scent, if you're looking for something different, sweet and creamy, give this one a try. Santal Carman by Atelier Cologne. So guys, the next one is a 10 ml decan that I have. I love this fragrance. I give this fragrance credit for being a stunning fragrance, a stunning sandalwood fragrance, but I think it's not for me. It doesn't work that well on my skin, but still, it's a great fragrance. That's what I wanted to include it here. And it is Radio Bombay by DS Andorga. DS Andorga is a niche house. I have talked about this house before. I have 2 or 3 fragrances from them. It's an amazing, very, very well done sandalwood fragrance. Now, for my guys watching here, this is, I think, a very masculine type of sandalwood. That's why it's probably not working for me, because I typically like more feminine fragrances or unisex fragrances that smell feminine, at least on my skin, right? But this is very masculine, stunning fragrance, but as I said, to me, it smells too masculine. It's very beautiful. It has iris, it has a lot of cedar. The cedar is what is giving this fragrance that typical pencil shaving smell, which many people love, especially guys. It has iris, as I said. It has musk, it has ambergris. It also has coconut. We have here another sandalwood coconut combo, but it smells completely different than Santal Complete. Santal Complete, for example, although it's unisex, I would say it's 80% more feminine than masculine. This one, it's the other way around. This is 80% masculine, 20% feminine. And it's up to you, of course. I'm just giving you my humble opinion on this. It's a stunning fragrance, super well done. DS Andorga makes really good fragrances. They use very high quality ingredients. This is a drier type of sandalwood. It's not that creamy. You have some creaminess, but it's more dry than creamy. It's not that sweet. And still you can smell a very high quality fragrance. It's very woody, very earthy. I think this is also one of the best sandalwoods out there. As I said, this is more masculine. That's why I wanted to include it in this list, because I know that many guys like sandalwood, but they tend to lean more feminine because they are super sweet, super creamy. Some of them are very powdery as well. Well, this is not. So if you're looking for a masculine type of sandalwood, please give this one a try, because it's definitely worth it. It smells very, very expensive. It smells luxurious. And yeah, I cannot recommend it enough if you're looking for a very masculine sandalwood scent. Radio Bombay by DS Andorga. Moving on, guys, I have here Loewe 001. Loewe, it's a luxury brand from Spain. They are renowned for their leather accessories. Their fragrance line is amazing. They use very high quality ingredients. And this is stunning, guys. This is a sandalwood fragrance. That's why I made it to this list. They have the male version as well, but many guys prefer the female version because this is a very feminine scent, but it's not girly. So it's super creamy, it's very balmy, it's very cozy, it has vanilla, it's very fruity as well, probably because it has bergamot. It also has Italian tangerine, which is very fragrant. It's super, super sophisticated. It's very city chic, very urban chic, a very contemporary type of sandalwood. It's very, very European. It has vanilla, as I said. It also has amber 001, which is a molecule of the amber. It has sandalwood, of course. It also has pink pepper, so it has a nice blast of spiciness, but just in the opening. It's not a really spicy fragrance. It's very warm, but it's not because of the spices. Actually, sometimes the color of the fragrances tell the fragrance, right? And this is completely clear, as you can see. Usually very spicy fragrances are ambery or orangey, and it's hard to find a very spicy fragrance this clear. So don't be fooled by the pepper, okay? It just gives some nice freshness in the opening, and that's it. Very, very creamy, super sophisticated, as I said, office safe. And this is a fragrance that you can definitely pull off all year round, day or night. You will always be put together and good to go wearing this one. Amazing scent, Loewe 001, and this is the female version. So the last one, guys, is Santal Blush by Tom Ford. This is one of the most realistic sandalwoods I've ever smelled. It's absolutely stunning, very, very cozy, 100% unisex, although to me it leans more on the feminine side, but it is a 100% unisex scent. When you spray this, you feel like you are wearing like a cashmere scarf. You feel like cozy, you feel warm. It's absolutely stunning, very, very sophisticated. I think I shared this story with you. My mom used to have a fan made of sandalwood, and I remember when I was a kid I loved to smell, you know, the fan, right? And it smelled exactly like this one. So it is very, very, very realistic. So this fragrance, oh gosh, it's so stunning. It has rose. You can smell the rose. You have rose here, you have musk, you have ylang a lot, you have spices. It's very, very strong in spices. It has carrot seeds. It is one of my favorite notes. It has caraway. It has cinnamon. So it is very strong in spices. However, they are super well blended. The only one that you truly pick are the carrot seeds and the cinnamon. But it's basically in the opening. In the dry down, what you will get is a very warm, a very cozy scent, very balmy as well, but you won't really pick the spices. So don't be fooled by that in case you don't like spices. It's very musky as well. Gosh, it also has jasmine. Love it. Smells very, very luxurious. This is a very opulent scent. Sometimes opulent scents aren't cozy. Well, this is cozy, this is warm, but it's very opulent. It's very rich, smells very luxurious, super bougie. It's very over the top, as everything Tom Ford does. I absolutely love this fragrance. I cannot tell you how many compliments I get when I wear this. This is face mask proof. People love it. It's a crowd pleaser. And as I said, it's very warm. Although it's very opulent and very luxurious and very rich, it's very toned down. It's not a loud fragrance. It's not like Sara, for example. This is more like a skin scent. At the first 2 hours, you will get a massive projection, a massive sillage. But after an hour and a half or two, let's say, it becomes more like a skin scent, and it will last around 8 hours. I think it has a very nice lasting power, 6 to 8 hours. And yeah, I think this is a fragrance that performs really well all year round, especially in high heat and high humidity. But if you want to wear this during the summer in high heat, high humidity type of climate, make sure you wear it during the night, because during the day it could be a little bit too much, right? You don't want to disturb people around you, or, you know, if you don't care, it's perfectly fine. But I'm saying it's more like a during the winter. I would say you can totally pull this off during the day. During the summer, especially under high heat and high humidity, I would highly recommend that you wear this during the nights, and you will be good to go. It's absolutely stunning. Santal Blush by Tom Ford. And guys, I want to make 2 honorable mentions here. There are 2 fragrances I don't have, but I think they deserve to be discovered. One of them is already having a lot of hype, which is Le Labo Santal 33. Honestly, that fragrance is not my cup of tea. That's why I haven't bought it. I don't have it in my collection, and I'm not planning on buying that. However, I give it credit for being an amazing scent. Super high quality ingredients. Le Labo is a top-notch house. I love Le Labo. But Santal 33, it's not my type, because similar to Radio Bombay, to me, it's a very masculine type of sandalwood, and that's just not my cup of tea, right? But I highly encourage you to try it, because it's a very, very hype scent, but for a good reason. It's a really nice fragrance. It smells divine, but on my skin it turns very masculine, and that's why I have it. But not everything is for all of us, right? And the second one I want to recommend you is Bois de Balincourt number 04 by Maison Louis Marie. I will link everything here in my description box. This is a very affordable, high quality sandalwood fragrance. It's a very sustainable brand as well, and they make amazing fragrances. I think their sandalwood, the number 404, it's really nice. I don't think it's a dupe or anything. In fact, you know, I don't talk about dupes in my channel, but I think it's a fragrance that can compete with any of the fragrances I mentioned here today for a very affordable price. So if you are interested in buying an affordable sandalwood fragrance, I think that's one that you should try. It's unisex. It's borderline masculine, feminine. You are safe with that one. I think you will be safe with that. It's not a fragrance that we will say it's feminine. It's not like maybe Sara or Santal Complete or Carman, which are also unisex, but they lean more on the feminine side. This one, Bois de Balincourt number 4, I think it's borderline masculine, but still you can get around with that scent very well if you're a lady, and why not? Try it. Just try it, and if you like it, it doesn't matter, right? So just wanted to make these two honorable mentions because I think these two fragrances are amazing. So guys, this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed my video about my favorite sandalwood fragrances. Do you like sandalwood? I would love to hear your thoughts. Please let me know in the comments below. I love when you guys make comments or ask me questions. I am super interactive with my audience, and I love when I see questions and comments down below. Are you planning on trying any of these fragrances? Have you tried any of these fragrances? What is your favorite sandalwood fragrance out there? Let me know, and I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe. Bye-bye.